Hello, welcome back to another Spotlight video. Today we're going to do another flip through and explanation of a horror work. This is a Lemon Comics manga by the name of Please Don't Eat My Baby by Onijoji Ken. So this is my first read from this author, and just some background information to them too, that I was told. Shout out to Orica. They also do other works, or they did other works under a different pen name, more period pieces, so Jidaigeki stuff. So I put all the information there in the description, but I do want to pick up more manga by them in the future because I actually really enjoyed this one. So this is a story about Mari and her battles against these frog type creatures. So we start off with, of course, I will say at the start, full spoilers for this story. I will be going through every single thing that happens, and every page pretty much. So we start off with Mari and her family. So her mum is currently pregnant and she will be giving birth to her baby sister soon. And so what the dad thinks would be a good idea for the family is to move out and into the countryside so they have more space for their bigger family. And they meet the townspeople there, and you can see already that, you know, their faces are suspiciously shaped like frogs. And so the first part of the story is pretty much all good. You know, we see Mari getting to know another kid here by the name of Terue, I believe. And in her dreams though, she sees snakes like this eating birds. Gets a bit scared. So the first part of the story is all good. We just get introduced to everyone, and they have this weird creature that they found that they're keeping in a tank. I don't know whether this is a snake or like, I don't know what it is. You can see here it's like a mass with dots everywhere. Interesting, very interesting. And yeah, when Mari explores the house, she finds that there is like an underground passage of sorts. And here she stumbles upon an evil meeting of all the townspeople pretty much eating, and she spots her dad here. So that's very concerning. Why is the dad there? And she pretty much overhears their plan. So their plan is they're going to sacrifice the baby to their god. So like there's this very specific timing that they have. Like they have to time it with Halley's Comet to sacrifice the baby, and then, you know, they can take over the earth, because these people are like frog alien creatures. And so Mari hears all of this, and now it's just her against the world, because she tells her mum doesn't believe it. The passage is gone, and then we see the frog guys trying to take her out. So she sneezes and he misses and he falls straight into the manhole. So nice save. And her dad, you know, we're thinking, okay, so her dad's in on this as well. He wants to sacrifice his own unborn child to for the frog people. So very suspicious. We have another attempt at her life, which is putting poison into some milk. And so Mari over here gives the milk instead to her cat, and the cat drinks it and dies. So yet another attempt failed. And Mari actually has an ally in this, and this is the priest from earlier that she tells him about it, and he gives her some like weapons against that, you know, the cross as usual. So here we have the dad explaining stuff. We can tell he has an ulterior motive. And then Mari is calling him out for it, you know. She said she's heard everything, and now this weird creature is also starting to multiply. I would say right now too, like the art style I really love. I love this art roughness to it. And then third attempt at her life, these guys are insanely incompetent, but they try to drop a snake on her and they miss. So pretty stupid frog creatures, not gonna lie. And then we see this little thing escape from its tank. And there we have it. So we have the baby now born. But as you can see here too, like you compare this to these three people coming in. So it's like the three shepherds coming in for like Jesus's birth. And Mari's trying to tell them, back away, you can't have him. Because she knows. And the dad, you know, at this point we're thinking, is the dad brainwashed, or has the dad been playing this for a while because they haven't explained anything yet? So the dad is clearly not on our side. And we have the comet falling into play. This snake creature getting bigger and bigger. This is their god over here. They're getting ready to sacrifice the baby. And Mari over here is brought by her friend Terue. Well, she thinks she's her friend, but she is trapped because Terue is actually an ally of the frog alien creatures. And so in the cave we have a bunch of bats in there that go and fly out. Mari manages to escape. They're blood-sucking bats, and the bats instead go for Terue. And eventually she is killed and ripped up and reverts back to original form, which is like that frog creature. So Mari now is on an urgent deadline. She runs all the way back, and this is where we see the dad talking with the other creatures, but he is actually being brainwashed. So when he smokes this, he becomes completely submissive to their orders. So that's how they've been controlling him. So all these things happening at once. This is Terue who's dead, the bats, and the ever-growing snake creature. So it starts to now attack the town. Mari goes back and finds her little sister here, nearly being sacrificed. And the mum wakes up and she wants to know where her kid is. And they've just replaced her with this like tadpole creature, and she just faints. Very, very ugly creature. These are the creatures on the front page. And she's restrained, so their plan is starting to work. So all of these tadpoles start to burst out of this giant snake creature. And that's the plan. So the frog creatures, they want their spawn pretty much to take over the earth and get rid of humanity. Here they are doing their rituals, and Mary throws her doll, and in the doll it's revealed that the cross is there. And so everyone is essentially just disintegrated, reverted back to their original form by the cross. And here they are, ugly, like frog, fish creatures. Here they are, disgusting, and they're all dead. To be honest, if you get killed by a cross like that, then it's just funny seeing them all die just from one cross that was just chucked into the air. It was a tiny cross anyways. But the brainwashing is dissolved for the father, and they go out and rescue the baby. They go back to their mum, and all the tadpole creatures also die as well. And yeah, it ends there with just them reuniting. So I also will say, like, not everyone in the town was a frog creature, as you saw beforehand. All the other people were running here. So these frog creatures were just in the shadows, trying to hatch their evil plan and their spawn. So yeah, that was the story, Please Don't Eat My Baby by Onijoji Ken. I enjoyed that one a lot. A lot of crazy things happening. It's a very simple story, but I think the art style lended a lot of impact to it. Very rough, and I do want to see more of what Onijoji Ken does. But yeah, overall, I think I read this one like pretty close to when I finished the Ibara Miki story by what was it called? Ghost Story Black Cat. enjoy those ones too, because I've read everything from that like vintage horror haul that I had a couple months ago, and I would say this one and the Ibarra Mickey story are my favorite so far. But yeah, it will be really cool to see any of those licensed into English. But this is yet another Lemon Comics read that I really enjoyed. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one too. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.